Hi, Brady. Okay, I've been in your classroom a couple times now, and I'm still kind of lost as I go through things. So I was just going to use the rubrics. For most people, I'm just talking to them about the things I see in their classes, but for me, I just can't even report on what's going on without a little more help from you. So let me see. For you, I just said you're doing such a great job piloting in McGraw-Hill. You're able to help students in videos, even where the McGraw-Hill interface isn't very visually appealing. I think it's so cool that you're doing videos and posting them in your notes. It's really great. These aren't your real scores. This is just me filling out some of what I've seen. So, um, building faith in Christ, I love that you're sharing a spiritual message. I wonder if you could post a prompt, maybe at the bottom of your notes. I think that might work. And again, this is suggestions. This isn't necessary. You're meeting expectations. But maybe post a question there, and then they can respond in the Q&A, or you can post a new thread that has the spiritual thread in the Q&A or something like that, so that they can actually talk with you about it rather than just being like, oh, okay, thanks. Um, uh, with relationships with and among students, I love seeing you. Um, you always answer questions that students are posting in the notes area. What else are you doing to develop relationships? And I know that you're signing up for conferences. That's a huge time commitment. And I'm just wondering, so when you email me back, if you wouldn't mind letting me know, what are you doing to develop relationships with students? I couldn't pull up your feedback just because I wasn't familiar enough with the assignments, but I'd love to hear what you're doing to develop relationships with and among them. As far as inspiring a love for learning, again, I just have to ask questions. What are you doing to inspire a love of learning? I feel like if I could see your feedback on the assignments, that would help. But when there are so many assignments, like you were saying, it's hard to have a meaningful response when they're, submitting 10 things that week. So I'm wondering what you're doing to inspire a love of learning. Embracing university citizenship, I think you're doing great job there. You're doing everything that's asked of you. And for Seek development opportunities, I think you are doing a great job. You're staying ahead of your students. Your grading is current. You're in grad school for this specific, for composition. So I think you're going to have a 7 there just by virtue of what your life is right now. And then I tried to answer these questions too. So instructor profile I couldn't find. I liked the video you created with you and your cute little family. I couldn't find a biospace. I felt like I saw it in Steven's somewhere, but I can't find it in yours. I'm just wondering if you have one so I can assess it. Then notes for instructor. I think you do have great content there. I love your videos and how you're incorporating spiritual thought. So I think things are just fine. I can't find announcements to score them. Discussion boards, you're saying there's not a lot to do in the boards, and so I looked for the boards and there weren't a lot of discussion boards. So maybe point me to a couple that you think are important or are significant, and I can see how you're doing in there. The gradebook was hard for me. I've spent a lot of time just trying to open assignments. The only thing I could be concerned about is that there's some blank scores. When I clicked on some assignments, they didn't have zeros or ones on them. They were just blank. And they were older assignments. So I'm just checking with you to make sure you're zeroing everything out. I can't believe they don't have an overall grade. That just sort of boggles my mind. So that is a big problem. And then assignment feedback, again, I couldn't find it. So I don't know. Well, I guess so. Let me know with the gradebook. Are you grading ahead of the 7-day deadline? It looks like you are. I mean, it looks like everything was current, at least when I clicked on assignments. How quickly are you doing turnaround, just so I know. And then assignment feedback, what kind of feedback are you giving? Has there been a big assignment yet that you've offered feedback on? So those are my questions as I go through, and so yeah, I'd love an email response just to help me look at your class better. From what I can see, you're meeting needs and meeting expectations, and I know you're going above and beyond just as a pilot. So let me know kind of what's going on in that class if you can help me fill in some holes. So specifically, is there an instructor profile? Do you have announcements? What are some meaningful discussion boards? How quickly are you grading? What kind of feedback are you offering for students, and where can I look for that? Because I couldn't find it when I searched. So that's what I've got for you. I hope that you're doing a great job.